Good morning. It's now 7 o'clock on Saturday the 25th of June. I'm Andy and this is my allotment. It's my first day back on the plot after 2 weeks off on holiday, and it's a mess. It really is a mess. There's weeds everywhere, everything's bolted. I'm really looking at what I've got to do here and thinking, wow, where am I going to start? I mean, these are my potatoes. Okay, they're doing fine, not a problem. Bit small and spindly maybe, but they're doing okay. Underneath that netting, which is just put there because I had nowhere else to put it, there's more potatoes, also lots of weeds. Square foot gardening bed, the radish is all bolted, as has the chard, so this needs really trimming right back. Some mare's tail, but overall not too bad in this bed. Onions doing fine, some huge radishes in there, some huge onions actually, so it's not too bad. Over there the first earlies doing okay. Loads of weeds around the paths. I mean, this is really disheartening. There's virtually nothing here when I left 2 weeks ago, but it's what you get when you have holidays. Climbing squashes are growing but not climbing as yet. Potatoes in buckets doing reasonably okay, as are the weeds. Fruit bushes fine, lots of weeds coming up between them. These potatoes, now these were put in a long time after those with the same mix of stuff they were planted into. But look at the size of these, absolutely huge things. And buried within here I still have lettuce, lots of them, which are doing fine because they don't like the sun, so that's great. Strawberries, loads and loads of strawberries on here now. I can see lots of red ones. I can see a few that have been nibbled as well by slugs at this side. It's only to be expected when I can't get down here to pick them. Going on a bee health day today in Bradford, so I'm not really going to have much of a time to get in here and do anything. So I've only got half an hour down here this morning, so I might pick my battles a little bit and see what I can do. Raspberries starting to come, which is good. The tayberries, or whatever they are all starting to form up fantastically. I'm going to have a huge crop of them, whatever they are. That'll be really good. My grandson's bed, doing great. He's got potatoes, tomatoes with flowers on, climbing squash there, raspberry by the looks of it, God knows what that is, some climbing beans, and his sunflowers are starting to grow. They're about 2 foot tall. His marrow has got flowers on, but nothing, no female plants, just all male at the moment. And his strawberries are doing well. He's got some red ones in there coming, also some being eaten, so I have to put some more pellets down there. Rhubarb, not doing fantastically well this year. Still little plants, lots of them, but little, which is disappointing. And the apple tree at the back, which is disappearing, has also got fruit on. I can see another apple tree over there with fruit, and I can see fruit on the pear tree for the first time ever on the other side of the pond there. Now, I've never had fruit on that before, which is fantastic. Don't know where else to go, it's all a mess. Right. Planted some squashes and courgettes, etc. out here before I went away. Most of which are doing okay, they're taken. But look at all the mare's tail. And some grass as well. I'm going to have to do a lot with this. Red currants on here doing fantastically well. They're doing nice, coming up wonderfully. White currants, not a huge amount this year. In fact, very few. I can see a small number, but not a lot. I think I may have to replace the white currant bush. Garlic started to bend over, so some of this should now be ready for coming out, hopefully. And my onions. Some have had the tops bent off them. And some of the other onions are looking quite good. I've got some red onions over here, planted very, very close together. But it's worked. There's plenty of red onions there, so I'm hopeful. Bush beans doing fine, nothing on them as yet. Purple sprouting behind it has just gone to seed. That's all going to come out over this weekend. Parsnip's gone to seed. 6 foot tall, that, for goodness sake. So all that needs to come out, and it looks like the celery behind it is also going to seed here. Actually no, that's just the parsnip again still. This framework I put in before I went away, and I've got some climbing pumpkins, which are called munchkin, I believe. I've got some tomatoes over this side, although looks like only one has survived. I did put a few in, and the climbing squashes and pumpkins and sweet peas are just starting to climb. Everything's just so slow, I don't know why. Right, this bed we've got garlic, and we've also got a little patty pan which has actually got one coming on it. Woo! First squash of the year. Then behind there we've got various tomatoes and what looks like a pumpkin in the middle there. Why I ended up with a pumpkin in the middle, I don't know. Maybe I did it myself, I can't remember. Under there the brassicas are doing fine. Very few weeds in there. And the sweet corn, again, very few weeds, that's really good. Broad beans well ready for picking, and probably definitely well ready for picking. Right, greenhouse. As you would expect in the greenhouse where everything's been left for a couple of weeks, I've had a friend come in and water, which is brilliant. I do appreciate that. Tomatoes are getting rather tall at the back there, and under there they're getting sillily tall. One of the pack choices is bolted, so that'll have to come out, and everything else is just unruly, unkept. Again, more stuff in there, the big tomatoes, some more brassicas in there need sorting out, some chilli plants down there, peppers plants rather, parsley. All these things I need to get sorted out, but it's just a matter of having the time to do it, because as I said, today I've got a bee health day to go to, and I can't really get any time to do it today. All I can do this morning is harvest some of the strawberries, I think, and take them with me for lunch, because I like that. Anyway, chickens are doing fine as well, by the way. Those aren't mine, you can hear, that's the neighbour's chickens. My two are free ranging at the moment. They've not been out since I've been on holiday, so I've just come down to let them out a little bit as well. Oh, dear me, where to start, eh? Where to start? Start at the beginning, finish at the end. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy it. See you next video. Bye bye. Hi folks, back again. I thought I could just give you a quick update on my fruit harvest. These are strawberries and the raspberries I picked in the last 20 minutes, half an hour or so. I've lost a few to slugs, some really cracking big ones, but I think that they've simply been ready longer, and so they've actually had more time for the rain to get at them, which apparently has been bad while we've been away, and the slugs to get at them, so they're rotting, and they've rotted other ones next to them. But I'm still getting decent strawberries, like this one, that's a cracker, and this one. Unfortunately I don't know the variety of those because they're from last year, and I'm not sure what variety of strawberries I had because everything got mixed up and I got given some and all the rest of it. But overall I'm very pleased with the strawberries I've got this year so far. Some of them are a little slug nibbled. This one for example there has got a bit of a slug nibble on it, but that will go into jam, so it's not like I'm going to be sitting and eating it when it's not been cooked. Not so many raspberries at the moment because majority of the stuff in there seems now to be tayberries, but there are quite a few of these coming on raspberries, and there's a few that are not ripe yet. So overall, very pleased. I reckon I've got, what, 100 grams of raspberries. For the weight of those, I reckon I've got about 1.5 kilos, but I'll check that and I'll let you know next time. So not bad for a first main harvest. Anyway, bye for now.